Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Grand Theft Auto 3. I'm Serious JG, and I guess we're ready for post-game, sort of. Even though everything we're going to do is stuff you probably were supposed to do before you finish the main story. So the last video was kind of interesting. The phone literally rang during the final bit of Maria's dialogue. So as I record this, I haven't actually processed that video. I assume what I'm going to do is delete live commentary and do post-commentary, because live commentary is me answering the phone. And talking to the pizza delivery guy. But the timing, like, I almost want to... It's probably not worth the effort because it would actually be a pain in the butt. But I kind of want to see if I can then edit in the original live commentary so you can see us get to the climactic moment of the story, in a sense, which is Maria being killed. And my commentary would be like, hello? Hey, yeah, okay, you're downstairs, I'll be right there. Anyway. I'm tempted to talk about that last mission, but that's because live right now, I just finished it. Well, I had lunch, but I just finished it. But in fact, I'll have had the entire credits to talk about that mission and my feelings about the game, even if I haven't, as I'm recording this now, I haven't done that yet. So, we lost our cheetah, unfortunately. But, yeah, we won the main game. And the main thing that unlocks, as I mentioned before... Wow. Oh, they're all freaking out because I'm stealing a Rumpo van. So they were, like, attacking me. I'm trying to figure out why they cared. Yeah, there's a certain amount of luck as to whether you... But here's the tunnel out of here. So let's go get our main reward for completing the story. You get money, although... it's not immediately apparent because you don't get a reward screen. You get $1 million, but you don't have the normal mission complete, whatever screen. Oh, that's the airport. We don't want to go to the airport. Aguilar. This is the song that gets me in trouble. Featuring Sean Price. I would assume these guys are pleased that they were part of this game, since it is, I would imagine, the thing they're most known for. Now, what I really need to pay attention to is where am I when I come out of the tunnel, because it's Staunton Island. I can never remember where the tunnel entrance is. And it is the most convenient way to get back and forth between the islands, usually. Here we go. All my sisters keep rising to the top. It might not even be the lyrics I think it is. No? We're actually really close to... Okay, we're by the arena. I knew we were by the arena. We're actually really close to Phil's army surplus, which is good to know. So we don't really have any need to buy anything from Phil because we've got all the Woppets in the world. And we can't buy the tank. We just steal it. You can use it for vigilante missions, which is kind of fun, I guess. But the vigilante missions, the rewards for them ain't that great. Well, I shouldn't say that. The rewards are fine, but we already got all the rewards you can get from vigilante missions. I didn't realize you could use the Rhino to do them. And the idea of doing them after the story was over was kind of silly in that sense. So the Rhino is pretty cool. Let's see if we can park it and save one. Otherwise, you got to come back there every single time you want one, which is fine, I guess. So we got a 1-star on the level for that. I guess that makes sense. But it does work like it did in Vice City. Driving it into a regular car will blow up that regular car. Oh, that was a bus. You don't see that many of those out in the wild in this game. But yeah, it works much the same as it did in Vice City. Which really, I guess, it would be more accurate to say the tank in Vice City works much as it did in GTA 3, but... Oh, wait a second, I can't... This thing is already full up of cars, isn't it? Yeah, and I don't want to lose either one of those, so... This just might be a video of us dicking around with a Rhino. Which I don't think is going to be useful in any of the missions we have left to complete. So, I mean, it's just kind of fun to play around with, but I don't see that we're going to get a lot of utility out of the Rhino at this point in the game. It's apparently possible during the Phil Surplus mission to steal the Rhino, sort of. You can, like, I guess you can push it all the way towards your garage, but it seems like that would be a ton of work. Well, the only garage that's still free and accessible right now that we could put this thing in would be our garage back on the first island. So maybe we can just drive all the way there. Maybe we should drive this thing through Mafia Town. Let them know how we feel about how that whole relationship ended. I kind of want to call Joey Leone and be like, hey, Joey, you're probably in charge of the Mafia now, right? Sorry I killed your dad, but I killed that woman who was wrecking everything too. So maybe we could be friends again, huh? Seems unlikely. There was a drug icon in the bushes there that I noticed. But so if unless I'm greatly mistaken, and I don't believe I am, we're on the bridge back to the first island. Cop cars. I could have avoided them. I didn't feel like it. Takes a while to get a wanted level worked up. I mean, it's like 1 star, and we destroyed like 3 cars in our tank that we're driving through the city. But again, it's not so much that this game is like Vice City, it's that Vice City is like this game, but the same weakness applies for the tank, which is that it's very easy for people to, like, just... You don't end up getting destroyed or wrecked. You end up getting arrested. Like, they just pull you out of the door. It's apparently even easier to do if the door gets destroyed, which is a thing. And in this game, it's not just cops. Like, police will also sometimes... it's not just cops. Police will also... No, it's not just cops. Gang members will sometimes pull you out of a car, and you don't get arrested. They just wait for you to get up and then try to kill you. So that's certainly a thing that could happen in this game. But now let's just check. There might be difference in garage sizes, but I don't really think so. I think either we can save this thing or we can't. Oh, we did have a car in here. Well, I don't care about that car. It's just a... because it's just a Yakuza Stinger. We can easily replace that. I don't know that I need to destroy it, per se, but... I certainly don't want to destroy it while I'm in it. Doesn't seem like it should fit, does it? Well, this is not a problem I anticipated. I can't get out of the garage. And I can't get back in the tank to just drive it either. So I didn't read up on whether you could save the tank in a garage, but I certainly seem to have caused us some issues in our attempt. Let's just so there you see we can get the tank. Huzzah! Let's not worry too much about the tank. It's there to be had if we come across a mission where it would be useful or fun. But instead, let's get back to my original plan. Upon beating the exchange and winning the main story, which I've never done. I'm feeling pretty happy. I've never actually beaten this game before. And although we did a little bit of an underhanded tactic with going back to base and getting stuff, it's clearly doable. It's not really a in-game cheating so much as a lore issue. Like, how did we know where they were going if we didn't trail the helicopter? But I'm kind of okay with that. So what I'm going to do is I want to finish the missions for Ray next. Then the plan, and the plan could change, but the plan basically is do the Ray missions, then do the missions for D-Ice of the Red Jacks, then do the missions for King Courtney of the Jamaican gang, which his name is I'm blanking on, and then finish off the story mode by going back to the person who, kind of, to me, one of the more interesting villains in video games, Donald Love. Let's finish off the Donald Love missions. Because I was talking about how having a really epically big anticlimax. Yeah, if you take Donald Love's missions till the end, that's like a new definition of video game anticlimax. And we'll check it out. But the most immediate reward that might be fun to use in other missions would be, because the Rhino is the one that's like, yeah, let's get our hands on a Rhino. That'll be fun. But beyond getting a Rhino, the next thing that would be fun to get is the thing we'll get for completing Ray's mission chain. So let's steal this guy's Cheetah, which I guess is a Ferrari Testarossa, more or less. I always figured the Infernus is like a Lamborghini Countach, and the Cheetah is a Ferrari Testarossa. I know the Comet is the Porsche 911. I'm not sure about any of those, but that's always kind of what I figured they were going for with these high-end cars. And as just a weird feature of the game, I guess because they're easier to render, or it's easier on the game's memory, but you tend to encounter the same type of car you're driving. So suddenly we came across 3 different Ferraris there. And the city is not normally just lousy with Ferraris, but suddenly it is. I really wish you had more garages in this game. They're pretty chintzy about it. Now, some of the later games, you have a ridiculous amount of garage space by the time the game is over, but early on you don't have that much to play with. But this game, even at the end of the game when you've done everything you can only store 5 cars, which doesn't seem like enough somehow in a game that's open world and all these different things you could get. So we'll save. We basically spent the first half of this video just messing around, but that's okay. We're basking in the triumph of last video at this point. But now, I think there's enough time left in this video. I grabbed a Rhino, we blew up a couple of cars, we got trapped in a garage forever and had to load. But we're less than halfway through a normal length video. I still think there's time to attempt a mission in Ray's chain. If nothing else, he's been good to us. He introduced us to Donald Love, who really broke open the story. Let's use our wrecked Infernus, or Chia. Let's drive into the pea soup of darkness that is this game at night. Can't see a damn thing ever. My mother's... Oh. And Ray and his fancy digs that he uses. Gone fishing.
I think my partner's a rat. We gotta shut him up permanently.
Wow, that's surprising to hear.
His boat near the lighthouse on Portland Rock most nights. Steal a police boat. Make sure his backstabbing plans are sunk. I want him sleeping with the fishes, not eating them.
I think my partner's a rat. We gotta shut him up. Takes me back, guys. That and You Do This For Me, You Will Be a Made Man. Anything You Want. They were like, I heard them 8 billion times. Like, 'cause I used to watch Raw and SmackDown. I used to write recaps of some of them on like a website with some friends a long time ago. So I would like record the show and diligently watch. And yeah, you would get usually I was SmackDown, not Raw, but you would get like 100 times per episode of either show the Grand Theft Auto 3 ad with, I think my partner's a rat, we gotta shut him up. You do this for me, you'll be a made man. Like, I went back on YouTube trying to find the commercials, the classic commercials, and like they were very slightly different from what I remember. And I'm like, no, there must have been another version of the ad that is exactly what I recall. So that was an interesting little maneuver there to do. So this is a boat mission. I'm never quite excited about those, but somehow there's a... Yeah, here it is. I knew it was around here somewhere.
Bill and I just had another kid, so of course we need a bigger SUV.
Of course we need a bigger SUV. Of course. Alright, so this one will probably be a huge pain in the ass and take 30 tries because it involves using a boat to actually accomplish something where someone will be opposing us in some way. Okay. Get the lighthouse and rub out Ray's partner. Don't know... If the lighthouse is where I think it is, it will be faster to go around the island this direction, but I really don't know for sure. Actually, you should have radio in the boats. So at this point, you're like, why are we still playing this game? Well, we got lots of stuff left to do. I wanted to get the Rhino. I openly said, yeah, I think it was a little anticlimactic to finish the Vice City story as early as I did. But in this game, the story just doesn't really matter that much. Like, I don't feel like there's this huge sense of story resolution when you rescue Maria, considering that you then fucking shoot her. Which makes complete sense, considering Claude and the story. But, okay, well... I guess... The guy knows we're here. Oh, he's hunting fish with grenades, which is zany. Give me one of these. I just got to get close enough to make it worthwhile to shoot before I start shooting, I guess. He doesn't seem to have a faster boat than I do, which is nice. Yeah, because last time that was the real problems. Chasing some guy in a speedboat using one of these slow-ass police boats. Okay, I'm losing a lot of... It also seems to be going around in circles. So, what I'm going to need to do is change my grip so I can get both buttons. He might just decide to get off the boat, actually. Oh, is he dropping grenades or something? I'm really close. I can't mess this up now. Come on, dude. You pull this off. I lost the accelerator for a second there. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured would happen. He would just... Where is he? Alright, well, that's Ray's partner, the rat. Shut up. Is this truck connected to some kind of like goofy vehicle mission? No. But it does have the best radio station possible already playing. I'm kind of relieved, actually, that when I researched it, there was no point in completing the vehicle collection missions, because they could have taken a lot of time. And it's cool to have stuff like that to do in the game. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I buy a game and it's got like, I'd rather have more optional content that I'm interested in than have like no side stuff to do and just kind of not give you enough content to be worth paying retail price for. But yeah, not that I'm in the world of Let's Play, and I downloaded this from PS Network for like, I don't know what it was, like $10, $15 or something. And I simultaneously got a bunch of other games that I could be playing. Yeah, edit point, I guess. Funny thing happened there, guys. I finished a video and found out that I didn't have enough space on my hard drive, and it only saved the first 20 minutes. So, in fact, I confidently completed the next mission for Ray in the 10 minutes left in that video. It was a pretty quickly done, and saved, and found out that it didn't record. So I have just gotten done myself redoing the mission you saw, where we killed a guy, chased him around in a boat, and now I'm going to have to redo something that I already completed. But it was a fun mission. I don't really mind doing it again. I'm more annoyed about having to redo the boat mission. Hopefully we'll get it here on the first try again, so that I can get a 30-minute video out of this. But yeah, I guess I should be happy that it recorded anything, but it didn't lose both missions. Although it doesn't make that much difference, because I had to redo both missions.
I'm Tony on Flashback FM.
Anyway, I'd forgotten. I was listening to Take It to the Limit on the radio in the last... I'd forgotten just how terrible that fucking song is. Here we go, guys. So here's I'll be doing it again. You'll be seeing it for the first time in this Let's Play. Let's do another mission for Ray. Hey, we killed you said your partner's a rat, and we got to shut him up. We shut him up, Ray. Did we do good? Are you happy, Ray? Do you like us now, Ray? Are we friends?
You useless bastard!
Guess not.
Totally messed up. My ass is on the line, and you can't even kill a goddamn fly. I paid you good money to kill that witness, and he ain't dead. And today he's gonna make a federal deposition. He's being moved any second now from the Carson General Hospital up in Rockford. If he squeals, I squeal.
I don't know how he could have survived, but I guess he survived, so let's go kill him again. So this is an interesting mission. There's an ambulance that we got to take out. I'm not clear on whether you can lose this ambulance if you don't stay close enough to it, or if it stays on Salton radar. Either way, I didn't have a lot of trouble with this off screen, so hopefully I'll have good luck on screen now. And when I say off screen, I mean it was supposed to be on screen. It just didn't work out that way. So as soon as you even get close, they spot you, and it flees. And I don't know... I mean, I know for doing ambulance missions, this isn't the vehicle you want to be driving in this situation. But I guess I'm less clear on whether we can actually lose track of it. So he bails out, or that's what it says anyway, which seems strange, but... As you can see, he's in some kind of crazy supercast where that wasn't enough damage to take him out. Ah, crap. The idea is you gotta cause an explosion, which I kind of thought I just did. This actually isn't going as well as it did off screen, but He's still not... This guy's not dead. It's insane. No, off screen I just blew up a car right next to him. Now your wanted level is immediately lost, which is just so silly. So that... It went a little differently from how it did on screen, but I still won. Off screen, I ended up parking a car. Like, there was a bunch of cop cars right next to him when I started throwing grenades. So the explosion of the cop cars, I think, is what did it. But yeah, you were getting messages there. He bailed out, which seems silly because he's in a full body cast. But we were getting messages indicating that the body cast was flame retardant and bulletproof. So that's just a weird kind of mission. Yeah, you guys are not my friends. Terrible music. Anyway, all right. So let's. I guess that's not the worst song ever, but that. There are some really wretched songs in the some of the rock stations in this game. It's not necessarily the best of 80s music or 90s music. So I'm gonna make sure we're still recording before I save this time, and I believe I managed to get us to just about the right length for a video. Pretty close. All right, so I'll be putting this together from 2 pieces, but when we come back next time, hopefully I will be able to get a complete video all in one without having to redo anything. I'm Serious JG. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.